Hey everyone, welcome back to day 2 of JavaScript for Playwright automation. In today's video, we will understand something that confuses almost every beginner, like synchronous versus asynchronous JavaScript. But don't worry, I will explain it in the simplest way possible using some real examples. So let's get started. So first of all, what is synchronous JavaScript? JavaScript by default is synchronous, which means it runs code line by line. It completes one task before moving to the next task. Think of it like a queue at a billing counter. One person is served at a time, right? When he gets served, then we move to the next one. So let's take an example. Suppose I am printing something over here, right? Task 1, then task 2, and then we have task 3. If I run this code, we know that first task 1 will be executed, then 2, then 3, because by default JavaScript is synchronous. See, task 1, 2, and 3. So this is what is called synchronous, means it executes one at a time and then moves to the next time. So what is the problem with the sync? What if one task takes time? Like there is a API call happening, a file is loading on the web page, then there is some timer added, like this action should happen after another action, right? Then everything after it gets blocked, right? So that's not good for performance. Suppose task 2 is taking some time, then it shouldn't keep waiting on the task 2, right? So it should move to the next task, complete that 3, 4, 5, and then when task 2 gets completed, it should just simply output the result. So in this way, the performance of the app, the web app increases, right? So what is asynchronous JavaScript? Asynchronous means JavaScript does not wait. It moves to the next task. Slow tasks, it slows tasks in run in the background. Think of it like a restaurant kitchen. Suppose to get a one order. The first order is simply for fries or something which is very quick, and then you have pizza. So pizza takes time, right? So meanwhile the restaurant won't wait for the next order, right? If pizza is cooked or not, it will simply give you the fries in the meantime, right? So that's how it happens over here, right? So let's understand with the help of example. Suppose uh, let me write something console.log, something starts, right, and something ends, right? Suppose we have some tasks, they start and they end, right? But in between here we have some timeout, set timeout, right? So this is one method, then we are calling the function in this one, right? A function is called and then we have curly braces. Here we have step of instructions. Suppose here I am writing something console.log, right? There is some async task for or with timeout, right? It is waiting. And how do we add the timeout? We simply write comma, and if we have to write time in a second, let's suppose 2 seconds, here it will go in millisecond by default, right? And enter, semicolon. Just let's start this one. Task will start from 1, 2, 3, then start, and then it won't wait for this action to complete. It will simply first of all completes this action at the end, or whatever is like console.log. Suppose we have task 5 and something like this. It will keep on working, and once this task gets completed, it will simply execute this task, right? It will wait for 2 seconds and then execute this task, and then it will keep on executing whatever is there next, right? You see task 1, 2, 3, start, end 5, and at the end now it's executing this task, right? So it didn't wait for this task to complete and then start end task and task 5. It simply, it started this one, it kept on running in the background, and once it gets executed, the result is here before us. So this is how it increases the performance. So even though timeout task takes 2 seconds. JavaScript didn't wait, it moved ahead, then came back later. And this is asynchronous behavior, right? Synchronous means it waits, right? Here earlier it waits, like task one completed, waits for the first, then second, then third, then fourth. But here it it didn't wait for this to complete, right? So this is asynchronous behavior over here. So why this is important for Playwright? In Playwright automation, page loads, we have API responses which takes time. Then element may take some time to be visible on the page, right? So everything is asynchronous. That's why we use you will use await. You will see that when we will work with Playwright, await page dot click, right? If click is to take place, then after that, suppose we have next step to go to somewhere, right? It will just keep on working on all of these things, and it won't like, see here we have used await. It will wait for this to complete, then it will go to next step. It will wait then for this to complete, right? And then it will go to next step, right? So because we are using await here, so remember, JavaScript is synchronous by default. Async helps handle time consuming tasks. So wherever we know that this task will take time, so we use async, right? So that's for I think that's it for today. In the next video, we will learn something very powerful like JavaScript event loop, the brain behind async JavaScript. If this helped you, you like the video and subscribe for full Playwright master journey. See you in the next one.